Today we will see the new topic, that is the control statement. So why we are using the control statement? What are the types of control statement we saw today only? Okay. So control statement. Why we are using the control statement? Simply will come here and here we are writing system.out. Okay. And simple inside the system.out.println. Simple I am writing here hello. Okay. Now if I run this one, so what it will be print? If I run this program, so what will be get on the console? Hello, right? If I run this one, this is a simple program only. If I run this one, so hello will be print on the console. Simple. Here in main method JVM will come, and here we are writing system.out.println, and hello will be print on the console. That is the easy program only, right? Yeah. But now, why we are using the control statement? What is the need to use the control statement? Is suppose if we are executing this program, our program is executing from top to bottom. Right. Every time if we are executing the program, our program is executing from top to bottom. From here it will be executed. Like from main method it will start execution, and here it will be executed. But sometimes what we want, if my condition is satisfied, my condition is true, that time I want this statement to be executed. Or sometimes if I want to print this statement in a loop, means I want to print this statement multiple times. For that only we are using simply control statement. Okay. If you are executing this program will be executed from top to bottom. But sometimes we want to execute our statement by our wish, like if our condition will be satisfied, that time we want to be print this statement. Or sometimes we want to print this statement multiple times. If I want to print this statement multiple times, simply we can write like that also, right? Copy, and here we will paste it this thing. Sorry, copy this one. I will simple copy this thing and I will paste it multiple times. This is not a good thing, right? Right? Because line of code will be increased and it will affect our performance, program performance, right? So it is not a good thing. So for that also we have another solution, that is the iteration or the looping statement. This we are using for what? If I want to print the statement multiple times in a loop, that time we are using the iteration or the looping statement. First type is the selection or the conditional statement, or we can say that decision making statement. So why we are using this one is, suppose if you want to execute any program by the condition, if that condition is satisfied, if you want to execute your program, that time simple we are using the if else, if else if, nested if, and the switch. These all are the selection, conditional, or the decision making statement. Okay, if our condition will be satisfied, that time only it will be executed. Okay, on the our condition will be satisfied, on our condition base it will be execute our statement. Okay, now first we will see what is if. We will start with the selectional, conditional, or decision making statement. All are easy only, just you need to focus on them. Okay, simple. First one is the if statement. This is the easy only. See how to write if means, suppose if I want to write if, so we have to start always with the if. Okay, if is a keyword. Okay, so if we have to write, after that parenthesis open, parenthesis close, and then curly braces open, curly braces close. Okay, this is the if you want to write if. How to write? Simple, we need to write, start with the if, then parenthesis open, parenthesis close, and from here that is the curly braces open and the curly braces close. From here to here, what we call to this, this is called as the if block. Okay, this is called as the if block. Okay, we are writing if, no, with the help of if we are writing means we can say that this is a if block. Suppose if we are writing with the method means we can say that this is a method block, and if you are writing with class means we can say that this is a class block, right? Similar like that. This is what is this called? This is the if block. Okay, this is the if block. So what we will write inside this parenthesis? Okay, what we will write inside the parenthesis? So we have to write always here the condition. If that condition is true, it will execute the if block. Otherwise, it will not execute the if block. Okay. If condition is true, that time only it will execute the if block. Otherwise, it will not execute the if block. Okay. I will take the example simple. Suppose if I want to take any example, I will write here simple int a equals to 9. Okay, we did this program with the help of ternary operator as well, right? So we will say simple, take the example here. If a is greater than 10, that time only it will become inside the block, and it will print system.out.println. It will print a is greater than 10. Okay, if this condition is true, okay, if a is greater than 10, then that time what it will print? A is greater than 10. If this condition is false, it will not print a is greater than 10. When if block will be executed, when this condition is true. Okay, When this condition is true, then it will execute this if block. Otherwise, it will not execute this if block. Like a fingerprint. If we have inside the search also we have a fingerprint, right? If our fingerprint match with that database fingerprint, then only the door will be open. Otherwise, door will not open, right? Same like that. This is a fingerprint. Suppose this is a fingerprint and this is a door. If this fingerprint match with our database fingerprint, then only this door will be open and JVM will come inside this if block. Otherwise, if this condition is false, JVM will not able to come inside the if block. Right? This is a simple one only. Suppose see, now we will check the condition how JVM will execute that. Simple, it will be come into the main method. After that, it will assign the value to the variable here. So what is the value of a here? 9. Right. Which type of operator is this? This one, this type of assignment, right? Which type of operator is this? That is the assignment operator. We saw that yesterday, right? After that, here we are writing the if. After that, if we are writing, and inside that we are writing the condition. So what JVM will do? JVM will first take the condition. So what is the condition? A is greater than 10. What is the value of A here? 9. 9 is greater than 10. Condition is true or false? True or false? Guys, had breakfast now? Okay, so you have to speak now. Okay, I didn't have to breakfast, but I am speaking now. 9 is greater than 10. Condition is true or false? False? Okay. So condition is false. So it will go inside the C block or not? It will not go inside the block. No, right? Then it will go into the block. When this condition is true only, that time only it will come into the if block. Otherwise, it will not come into the if block. Okay, now we will check the condition. If I run this once to see what it will print, nothing is printing on the console. Suppose if you write here 90, 90. You are writing here 90. Now we will again come here. What is the value of A here now? 90. 90. Here, 90 is greater than 10. Condition is true or false? True. Condition is true. Now it will go into the E block or not? Yes. Yes. Then it will go into the E block when this condition is true. If this condition is true, that time only it will come inside the if block. Otherwise, it will not come into the if block. Okay. Now this condition is true. So what it will be do? It will come inside the block, and what we are writing here, a is greater than 10. We are printing on the console. That is the a is greater than 10. Now we will try to print that simply. So what it will be print? A is greater than 10. But another thing is there. Suppose if I remove 0 from here. Okay. What is the value of a now again? 9. 9 is greater than 10. Condition is true or false? False. Condition is false. If I run this one, what it will be print? What it will be print? Nothing, right? If this condition is false, it will not come into the if block, right? It will not come into the if block. If I run this one, so nothing will be printed on the console, right? If this condition is false, so we are not doing anything. Okay, we have, if you want to do that, what we will do, if this condition is false, if you want to print something, that time simple we will use here, that is the else block. Okay, if I want to, if this condition will be wrong, and if you want to print something after condition is wrong, so that time simply we will use the else block. Okay, simply we will use the else block, and here we write system.out.println, and here we will write a is less than 10. A is less than 10, simply we write. Again, GVM will come here again into the main method. What is the value of a? 9. It will check the condition inside the if block. We have a condition, right? What is the value of a here? That is the 9. 9 is greater than 10. Condition is true or false? Condition is true or false? False. So now it will come into the if block or the else block. It will come into the else block. And inside the else block, what we are writing? A is less than 10. If I run this one, so simply a is less than 10. It is printing on the console. Okay. So when if block will be executed, if this condition is true, that time if block will be executed. When this else block will be executed, when this condition is false, that time else block will be executed. Okay. Okay. Understand? Understand or any doubt? Understand, no? See, the if block, when it will be executed, when the condition is true. Every time condition is true, it will execute in the if block. When else block will be executed, if condition is false. This is like a good boy, and this is a bad boy. Okay? This is a good boy and the bad boy. It is, yeah. Okay. So this one, if true, this condition is true, it will come into the if block. If condition is false, it will come into the else block. Okay, else will be executed when the condition is false. Okay, when the condition is false, only that time only else block will be executed. So this is about the if and the else block. So if you want to write if, so what we need to write? Simply we write if, then parenthesis open, parenthesis close, and then simply we need to write here condition. Okay, inside the parenthesis we need to write the condition. After that curly brace open, curly brace close. This is called as the if block. Okay, this is called as the if block, and this is called as the else block. Okay, this is called the else block, and this is called as the if block. Okay, now when if block will be executed, when the condition is true, that time if block will be executed. When this condition is false, that time else block will be executed. Okay, so anyone have any doubt till here now? Anyone have any doubt? Simple only if else. We can do the multiple program with the help of if else. Okay, is this very important thing? You have to know that. Okay, so anyone have any doubt till now? No, you can use here the is the and operator also, logical and logical or also whatever you want to write, you can write it here. Okay, logical and logical or greater than equals to less than equals to any condition, you can check it here inside the parenthesis. Okay, after that another thing, see, just now what we saw, if we saw, if else we saw. Now the if else if, suppose here, now what is, how much condition we are checking here? Only one condition, right? How much condition we are checking here? Only one condition. Now I want to check two condition, three condition, four condition. Can I able to check that here? No, right? We cannot able to check that here. So how we will check that multiple condition? So for that simple we are using the else if. If you want to check the multiple condition, okay, if you want to check the multiple condition, or if you want to check the number of condition, that time simply you can use the else if. Okay, if else if, simple. How to write that? I will remove this already. First we need to write simple as like that, if we need to write. After that, for another condition we need to write here else if, again parenthesis open and close, and curly brace open and close. Okay, simple if we need to write, and after that else if we need to write, and here parenthesis open and parenthesis close. Okay, simple. We'll make one program here. Okay, here what I'm writing, if a is greater than 0, then here it will become into the if block, and it will be print, that is the positive positive number. Okay, if a is greater than 0, then it will print positive number. After that inside the else, what we will write, I want to check the another condition, so I'm writing here if a is less than 0, then it will print system dot out, and here it will be print, that is the negative number. Okay, so here positive number, and here it is a negative number. If a is greater than 0, it will simply come into the if block, and after that it will print whatever thing we have here. Okay, that is the positive number. Another thing is there, suppose I want to write here another thing here. Suppose now we will try to check with this condition only. Okay, so how to write a else if? First we need to write a if, and here we need to write a condition. Okay, and here we need to write a if block. Okay, if block we need to write. Okay, after that else if we need to write, and here also we need to write another condition. We can say that condition number 2. Okay, so here I'm writing a condition number 2, and after that here also we need to write a else if block. Okay, when this block will be executed, when this condition is true. When this block will be executed, then this condition is true. Okay, right. After that here, if I run this one, what is the value of a here? 9. What is the value of a here? 9. It will check the condition here. That is the a is greater than 0. That is in 9 is greater than 0. Condition is true or false here? Condition is true. 9 is greater than 0, right? So condition is true. So what it will be do? If this condition is true, it will come into the if block, and what we are writing here? System dot out dot println, and after that positive number. Okay. What it will print? It will print on the console, that is the positive number. So can it will go take this condition again? If this condition is satisfied, can it will go to this condition? So no, it will not go to this condition. In else if, it will not go to this condition. So what will it do? If this condition is satisfied, whatever things are there, whatever things, if you are writing another else if, multiple else if also if you are writing, it will bypass that all the else if. Okay, it will not check that else if, or it will not check that else also. Okay, it will bypass that all the things. Suppose if I run this one now, see, so what it is printing? positive number. Here it will be execute that thing, and here it will not check this condition, that is the else if it will not check it. Okay, else if it will not check it, after that simply it will become outside of the control set. Now suppose I am writing here, that is the minus 9, a equals to minus 9 I am writing here. Okay, so if I am writing here a is greater than 0, what is the value of a here now? Minus 9. Minus 9 is greater than 0. Condition is true or false? Condition is false. So now, if this condition is false, then only it will come to the another condition. If this condition is false, then only it will come to the another condition. Otherwise, it will not go to the another condition. If this condition is true, it will not check the another condition. If this condition is false only, that time only it will go to the another condition. Otherwise, it will not go to the another condition. Now, this condition is false. So, what it will do? It will go to the another condition. This is the condition here. So minus 9 is less than 0. Condition is true or false now? True. Condition is true, right? Condition is true. So if this condition is true, it will become inside this one. And what we are writing here is a negative number. It will print negative number on the console. Okay? It will print negative number on the console. See, if I run this one, simply it will print negative number on the console. Suppose see, if you want to see that, that is the else if I writing here. Okay, and here I am writing negative number 1. Okay, negative number 1 I am writing. So what is the value of a here? Minus 9. So it check the condition. A is greater than 0. Minus 9 is greater than 0 because the value of a is minus 9, right? Minus 9 is greater than 0. Condition is true or false? False, right? So it will go to the another condition. This condition it will be here. A is less than 0. Minus 9 is less than 0. Condition is true or false here? True. Condition is true. Here it will become and it will print negative number on the condition. But if we check the another condition also, another condition is also same, right? A is less than 0. Minus 9 is less than 0. Condition is true or false? True only. So can it will print negative number 1 on the console as well? No. It will print or no? No. If I run this one, it will not print on the console because if it is true here, it will not check the another condition. It will directly come out of the control statement. Okay, it will not go to this condition. It will, if this condition true also, so it will not go to this condition because it means JVM saw this condition is true. So it will not go to this another condition. It will bypass this condition. Okay, it will bypass this all the condition. It will not come to this condition. Okay, another thing we will write here. Another scenario. If I write here 0, if I am removing this thing. If I write here 0, now check the condition. 0 is greater than 0. Condition is true or false? False. Condition is false. If I are seeing like that, 0 is greater than 0, always it is saying that is the false. Always it will return the false. 0 is greater than 0. So what is the what it will be returned? That is the false. If it is false means can it will go inside of the E block? No, right? If this is false, it will not come into this E block. Directly it will check the another condition. Okay, 0 is less than 0. Condition is true or false? False. Again it is false, right? Yeah. Condition that is 0 is less than 0. Again it is false. So again it will not go into the else if, right? So if I run this one, so what it will print? Nothing. Nothing. If both the condition is false and if you want to print anything, what we need to do? Else. Else, right? Else is a bad guy. So we need to write here. If all the condition will be false, that time only we need to execute the else. System.out I am writing here and simple I am writing here. If positive number, if it is not negative number, simple it will be the 0. Okay. Now if I run this one here, so what it will be print? 0 on the condition because this condition is false. This condition is also false. So where it will go? It will directly go into the else block. And then else block will be executed here into the else if you have multiple condition, right? Inside the else if, then we will use the else if you want to check the multiple condition, that time we are using the else if, right? So when it will go to the else, if all the condition will be false, then only it will come into the else block. Okay, if all the condition will be false, that time only it will come into the else block. Suppose if we have a now two condition, suppose if we have a two or three condition as well, suppose I will copy this thing, I will print it here. Okay, positive. Now this all the condition when it will be false, that time only it will come into the else block. Otherwise it will not come into the else block. If one of the condition is true only, no, so that time it will be executed there only. It will not come into the else block. And when it will be come into the else block, when all the condition is false. Okay, when all the condition is false, that time only it will come into the else block. Otherwise it will not come into the else block. Okay, anyone have any doubt into the else block? Else if, anyone have any doubt? When we are using the else if, if you want to check the multiple condition, okay, if you want to check the multiple condition or the number of condition, that time simply we are using the else if. Okay, now another thing is that another scenario, we saw if, we saw if else, we saw the if else if as well. Now what is meant by nested if? This is also easy only but little bit tricky. Okay, little bit trick only, you have to focus on that. Nested if, what is meant by nested if? If we write one if inside the another if, okay, if we write one if inside the another if, that is called as the nested if. Wherever you are seeing nested means it is saying like within. Okay, if you are seeing that is the nested for means for within the for. If you are seeing nested if means if within the if. Okay, if you are seeing nested switch, switch within the switch. Okay, that is called as the nested. So here if I want to perform now the nested if, how we will perform that? Okay, so simple, I am writing here if. Okay, here as usual we are writing the condition. If I want to write a nested if, what we need to do? Inside this if we need to write another if. Okay, inside this if we need to write another if. That is only called as the nested if. Okay, inside this if we are writing the another if, that is only called as nested if. Now when this will be executed, when this if will be executed, suppose from here when JVM will come inside, when condition is true, that time only JVM will come inside of this if statement. And where this if is present? Inside this if block. Inside this if block, this if will be present. Right, inside this if block this if is present. So whenever this condition is true, that time only inner if will be executed. Right, whenever outer if condition is true, that time only our inner if will be executed. Otherwise it will not execute. Now we'll take the example. Now simple, we will take blood donation example. So here I am writing weight. Okay, suppose I have taken one variable that is the weight or simple age we will take. Okay, and age suppose is the 70. Okay, I am writing here 70. So we will write one criteria here. First, if age is greater than 18. Okay, if age is greater than 18, then only it will come into the if block. And something we will write it here, system dot out. Here we will write age is eligible. Okay, we will not write this thing. If age is greater than 18, what it will do? It will come into the if block, and after that it will print age is eligible. When this condition is true, okay, when this condition is true, that time only it will come inside to this one. Otherwise, it will not come into the if block. Now, if I run this one, so what it will do? Take the condition. What is the value of age here? 17. What is the value of age here? 17. Only Venki and the Tarun had the breakfast. Yes, bro. What about the other guys? Okay. 17 is greater than 18. Condition is true or false? False or true? False, right? Condition is false here. Where it will go into the if block, it will be go or not? No, right? It will be not go into the if block. When it will be go into the if block, when the condition is true. When this condition is true, that time only it will come into the if block. Otherwise, it will not come into the if block. Now, suppose I am writing here 27. Now, take the condition again. 27 is greater than 80. Condition is true or false? True or false? True. Right? Condition is true here. Condition is true means where it will be go into the if block only. So it will print age is eligible on the condition. But what about this condition is wrong? So what we need to do? If you want to print something, what we need to do? If this condition is wrong and we want to print something, so what we need to do? Else block, right? Simple else block. Sorry. Else block we need to write. When this condition is false, that only it will come here and it will print there is the age is not eligible. Anything you can write it here. Okay. So now Take the condition. What is the value of age here? 17. Here I am writing 17. 17 is greater than 18. Condition is true or false? False. Condition is false. Condition is false. So where it will be go into the A block or the else block? It will go into the else block, and what will be print? Age is not eligible. If I run this one, so age is not eligible is printing on the console. Okay. Now we want to perform a nested if. This is a normal if, right? Now we want to perform a nested if. Sometimes if you go into the blood donation camp, what they will check? Age they will check, and after that weight also they will check. So then we will check first, that is the age. If age is eligible, then we will check the weight. Okay. Simple, we will come here and we will write another thing here, that is the weight. Okay, and weight we will write it here, that is the 30. Okay, 30 weight we are writing only. Inside the if I am writing the another condition. Okay, and carefully you can observe this one. Inside this if only I am writing this another if. Okay, inside this if I am writing this another if. Now here I am writing the condition for the weight. If weight is greater than 35, then only it will become into the if block. And what it will be print? System dot out, and here we will write that is the eligible for blood donation. Okay, simple I am writing here, eligible for the blood donation. Now we will increase the weight. Okay, now take the condition. What is the value of age here? 17. So can it will come into the E block? No. Where it will go? Into the S block only, because this condition is false, right? If I run this one, so where it will go? Into the S block. Age is not eligible. Now after some times, that boy came again. After 10 years he came. Now what is the age of that boy? 27. Okay, 27. Now check the condition. 27 is greater than 18. Condition is true or false? Condition is true here. Condition is true means it will come into the E block or the else block? E block only, right? Inside E block, what we are writing first line is the age is eligible. So it will be print first, that is the age is eligible. After that, here again we are writing again, that is the E block. And here we have another condition. Whenever JVM will see E block, it will check the condition first. So which condition we are writing here? Weight is greater than 35. What is the value of weight here? 40. What is the value of weight? That is the 40. 40 is greater than 35. Condition is true or false? True. Condition is true. Okay. Condition is true. What it will be print? It will come into the A block and it will print eligible for the blood donation. If I run this one, two statements will be print. First is the age is eligible, and another one is the eligible for the blood donation. If I run this one, eligible, age is eligible and eligible for the blood donation. Now that boy is in dieting and his weight is 20 only. Okay, boy is on dieting. Okay, so now if I run this one, so what it will be print? Age is eligible, but after that here, what is the value of weight here now? 20. 20. This condition is true or false? False, right? This is this condition is false. So where it will go? It will execute this block. No, right? So where it will go now? This condition is false. Can it will go to this else block? No, right? Why it will not go to this block? This belongs to this if block. Okay, this else belongs to the this if block. If I want to write else block here again, we have to write with this if block. So if here simple here, else we will write. Okay, here we'll print system dot out and simple weight is or something we will write here. It's something we will write. Okay, it's something we will write here. Okay, so if I run this one now, so what will we print? Check the first condition. What is the value of age here? 27 is greater than 18. Condition is true or false? True. Again, it will become inside. What is the first line? Age is eligible. It will be print on the console simply, right? After that here, what is the value of weight here? 20 only. 20 is greater than 35. Condition is true or false? So it will be come into the A block or the else block? Else block. And what it will be print? It's something. Okay, it's something it will print on the console. So age is eligible, but you have to eat something, right? That is the condition. Then this if block will be executed. Then this outer if block will be condition is true. That time only it will be executed. If this true only, and if this is false, so it will not execute. Okay, it will not execute. Now suppose see what is the value of this one? 17. Now this condition is true only, right? Not true, no, false only. Okay. So this boy ate something. This boy ate something now. again he, now his weight is 40. Okay, here what is the age here?
18.
Age is 17. 17 is greater than 18. Condition is true or false?
False.
False. So here it will be going to the inner if block or not?
No.
No. So when inner if will be executed, when outer if block condition is true. That time only inner if block will be executed. Otherwise it will be not executed. Okay. That is only meaning of our nested if. Okay. Understand? Understand? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt till now? No? Okay. Now I will tell you the another thing, that is the switch. Switch is also easy only. It is easier than the if else block switch. Okay. So inside the switch, what we need to do, if you want to write a switch, if you are writing if, so what so from where we are starting, if we need to write then parenthesis open close, curly braces open close, right? Same like that, if you want to write a switch, how to write a switch? We need to write a switch first. After that, parenthesis open close, curly braces open close. Okay, and here what we will write inside the, what we are writing inside the parenthesis?
Condition.
Condition. But inside the switch, what we need to write? That is the variable to be tested. Okay, variable we want to test, that variable we have to write inside this parenthesis. Okay, so if you want to execute this switch block, we have to why we are using the switch block? If you want to check the variable or if you want to test the variable, so we have to write here the variable. Okay, so for that we have to create the variable. I will paste this thing here only. Yes, sir. Here I will remove this all the things, and here I will, okay, variable to be tested. So I will simple create one variable int a equals to 30. Okay, 30 or 20 I will write here. After that, here what we need to write inside this one, variable to be tested. We have only one variable here. I will write that variable here only. That is the a. Okay, I am writing here. No need to write any condition at all. Simple variable you need to write it here. After that, what we need to write? Simple you have to write it here. That is the cases. Some cases you need to write. Case we have to write, and after that here you need to write a value. So which value you need to write? After that colon we need to write. So which value you need to write? So whatever type of variable you have, same value you need to write it here. So which type of variable we are declaring here? The integer. Which will value we need to write it here? That is the integer type of value only. Here if your variable is the integer type, so we have to write here integer type of value. Okay. Here if our variable is the string type of variable, so we have to write here string type of value. If your variable is float type of variable, so we have to write here float type of value. Okay. So simple. Which type of variable now we have? That is the integer. So I will write here integer. After that here we need to write a colon. Okay, colon you need to write, and after that here any statement you can write system dot out, and here I will print a. Okay, again another case I want to declare, I will write it here case again 20, another value 20 I am taking system dot out, and here I am writing 20. Okay, again I am writing here, that is the case 30. Okay, system dot out I am writing here, and here I am writing 30. Okay, same like that we can write many things, many cases. If you want to write a number of cases also, you can write anything. There is no restriction, you have to write this much cases and all. Okay, so I am writing here another case, that is the 40 system dot out I am writing, and here I am writing 40. Okay, so four cases I wrote here. If you want to write multiple cases, you can write the multiple cases as well. Okay, now it will check the condition, how it will switch will be what I will tell you now. See, what is the value of a here?
21.
Here inside the switch what we are writing? Variable to be tested. Which variable we are testing? That is the a. Which type of variable is this? That is the integer type of variable. Same integer value we are writing into the cases, right? Same integer type of value we are writing into the cases. So now, what is the value of a here? 20. So it will look where is the 20 into the cases. It will see here. In here 20 is present or not? No. No. So it will ignore that one. Here 20 is present.
Yes.
Yes. So what will be do? It will come inside, and what we are doing here, system.out.println, 20 will be print on the console. So it will be print 20 only, or it will print another thing as well? Only 20. If I run this one, so what it will be print on the console?
20, 30, 40. Only 20.
20,
20, 30, 40.
20, 30, and the 40. Why it is printing 20, 30, and 40? See here. Then it will be see that where is the 20? Here is the 20. It will become here system.out.println, and after that 20 it will print on the console. It will not stop it here. Whatever statement we are writing after that, it will execute that all the statement. Okay, whatever statement after that we have, it will execute that all the statements. So what statement we have? 30 we have, so 40 we have. It will execute that all the statement. Okay, if you don't want to do like that, so what we need to write? Simple, you need to write here break keyword. Okay, we need to write here break keyword. Whenever it will execute this condition and it will see the break here, it will be directly come outside of our switch statement, switch block. After it will become outside of the switch block, our program will not terminate here only, it will directly come out the switch block only. Okay, now if I write it here, if I run this one here, what it will be print?
20 only.
20, 30, 40 it will print? No, only 20 is printing on the console. Now suppose I am writing here 30. Now
30, 40.
30, 40, only 30.
30, 40.
Here, what is the value of A here? Is it 30? So here it will be check the value of A. So it will be see where is the 30. Here is the 30? No. Here is the 30? No. Here is the 30? Yes. So we will print 30 on the console, but we don't have any break here. So it will be come down and it will execute this 40 as well, right? If I run this one, so 40 also it will print on the console. And remember one thing, break is optional. If you are writing also, that is also okay. If you are not writing also, that time only our program will be executed. Okay, this is a optional. Break is a optional here. Okay, now if I write it here break. Okay, so now what it will be do? Only 30 it will be print. Okay, now if I write it here 10, now see what it will be print?
20.
10 and
20.
20. 20 will be print or not?
Yes.
Yes, if I run this one, 20 will be print on the console. Why? What is the value of A here? It is 10. Here it will be check the variable. Where is the 10? So here is the 10. It will be check this one. Here is the 10. Yes. Here it will got the 10. It will print this 10 on the console. After that, here it will be execute this all the things. After that, it will see the break. So it will directly come out of this switch statement. Okay. If I want to stop it here means simple we need to write here break. Okay, simple we need to write here break. And now if I run this one means only 10. And if I here also if I want to start here means we need to write here simply break. Okay, now if I run this one means only 10 will be print on the console. So if you are writing here break, so it will not terminate the program. Okay, it will not terminate the program. Many people are confused like that. If you are using the break, it will terminate the program here only. It will not terminate the program. Simply it will come outside of the switch block. Suppose if I am writing anything after the switch block, system.out I am writing, and here I am writing hello. So now hello will be print or not? Yes. So it will become here a, what is the value of it? 12. It will checking the a variable here. So it will be see where is the 10. Here is the 10, right? It will print see 10 on the console, and after that we have a break. If JVM will see break here, it will be directly come outside of the switch block. Here is the exit gate, right? Here is the exit gate. Here it will become outside, and after that we have a hello here. So hello will be print on the console. See, 10 and hello will be print on the console. So if you are using break, our program is not terminate. It will directly come outside of the switch statement where you are using. That time it will come outside of that statement only. It will not terminate our program. Okay. So here is the hello. Now another thing is that suppose we have a 10 here, and suppose I am writing here directly variable. Can we be able to write it? No, right? Here we cannot able to use the variable. We have to write only the values here. Okay. Here we need to write only the values here. It will not accept any variable into the with the cases. Now, here we have integer type of variable, and I am writing here that is a string type of value or any another type of value. So can it will be accept?
No.
It will not accept that. If you have an integer type of variable and you are testing the integer type of variable, same value you need to write. Here integer type of value, integer type of variable, so we need to write a integer type of values only. It will not accept another type of values here. Okay, understand? Another thing is that here suppose we have a 50. What it will be print now?
No. Hello.
Hello is not there. Hello.
There is no.
What it will be print? It will become here. What is the value of A here? 50. it will check into the cases where is the 50. This is the 50, no. This is the 50, no. This is the 50, no. Again, this is the 50, no. So what it will be do? It will become outside of the loop. Nothing. It will be print on the console. Okay. If no values are there, and if you want to print anything, what we need to write? Another case is there. That is the default case. Okay. There is the default case. Default we need to write. There is the colon we need to write, and after that system dot out we need to write. And here I am writing that is the invalid value. I will write. Okay. Now what it will be do? See here, what is the value of A here? 50. So what will be check here? Where is the 50? So here is the 50? No. Here is the 50? No. Here also we don't have 50. Here also we don't have 50. So what will we do? If any value is not matched with our case, okay? If any value is not matched with our case, so what will we do? Simple, it will come into the default case, and whatever things we are writing in the default case, it will print on the console. So what it will be do? Invalid value, it will be print on the console. See, invalid value. Okay, this is the thing of the switch statement. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? No? No. Okay. So these are the all the selection, conditional statement or the decision making statement. We saw that. First thing we saw that is the if statement. After that we saw the if else statement. After that we saw the if else if, then nested if, and after that we saw the switch statement. Okay. That is the all about our selectional, conditional, and the decision making statement. You can create multiple program with the help of control statement or first we saw the selection statement, conditional statement, and decision making statement. With our wish, with your wish, you can create the example by yourself only. Any example you can create, any real life example you can take, and one example you have to do on each, like one program, if else if one program, and then nested if one program, and the switch one program you have to do them. Okay, and all the program you have to submit on the group. Okay, another thing is that here we are using the nested if, right? Why we are using nested if? If you want to check the multiple condition, for that we are using the nested if. Okay, so if we write the multiple, suppose if you want to check the multiple condition, for that we are writing the nested if, right? So I will remove this thing. I will tell you what you need to do. Suppose if you have a multiple condition, so for that we are writing the else if like that. If we are writing else if we are writing here, okay, else if we are writing here we are writing the condition 1, condition 2. If you have another condition, another else if will write, right? So can we write if only here? Can we able to write if only here? No. Yes, why we are not writing? If we are writing here, if I want to check the condition a is greater than 10, we can able to write it. See, is less than 10, we can able to write it. Or if I write it here, a is greater than it means equals to 0, it is not giving any error. See, means we can able to write it. But how it will be executed, you have to find the solution. This is called as the ladder if. Okay, this is called as ladder if. Just compare else if and the ladder if, you will get the solution. Okay, it is tricky only, just little bit tricky only. See, when else will be executed, when else will be executed into the nested if, and when else will be executed into the ladder if. You will be understand what is the difference between ladder if and the nested if. Okay, that is the homework for you. Okay, that is the thing for today. Tomorrow we will see another thing, that is the looping.